Yo, man, what it is and what it ain't, man. It's your boy BL Ratchet back again. We are Florida Podcast. I told y'all 2025 we was popping out with the biggest and the best. And I told you, listen, we got an exclusive interview today. We in Jacksonville, Florida, and we pulled up on the lovely Foolio's mom today. How you doing today?
I'm good. Welcome to Duval.
Welcome to Duval. And it's Duval Day, you know what I'm saying? So we out here for a special event. You know what I'm saying? It's a special interview. It's a big one for Florida, you know what I'm saying? So, like we said, we here today, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get a little bit into everything, the backstory, kind of how, was you raised in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit into everything. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good, I'm great, it's hot.
Okay, it is hot outside, it's very much hot, for sure. So, like you said, you was raised in Jacksonville. How was it for you growing up back then?
Of course, everything was different back then. I had a good childhood, you know.
I'm saying compared to now.
Oh, it's way different compared to now.
I only know the Jacksonville now, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, back then when I was growing up, we played outside, we rode our bicycles, we skated. Baddest man hit my hand, but now it's totally different. I was raised off Myrtle Avenue. 26 in Myrtle. When I got around ages 18 years old, I moved off Moncrief, 45th Moncrief Hill, top to bottom, Youngtown Apartments. So it's totally different. Okay.
So what age did you know what I'm saying, have your children, your first child?
I had my daughter. No, I have 2 kids. My daughter had her when I was like 19, and I had Charles maybe like around 21, 22.
Okay. Was you working, going to school around that time? Like,
I always work.
Okay, you know, I always work. That's what's up.
I always work. Everybody know me in Jacksonville around that time. During that age of me having my kids, I did hair. Okay. I did everybody hair. And then it came a time when I started working at Walmart. Then I became a CNA. And then I went from CNA to CEO to a nurse. Okay.
So, you have 2 kids. They are how many ages apart?
Charles would have been 27, and my daughter, she would be 30 next month.
Okay. So they're like 3 years apart. Is this from the same guy?
No.
Okay, so different guys. So when Foolio was born, you guys were still living in the north side over here? Yeah.
Charles was born, we were staying in Hilltop.
Okay.
Charles was raised, I wouldn't believe he was raised up in church. Okay. He always stayed with his, over to his dad's mom house. She had all the kids over there, mostly boys. I don't know if y'all seen that video. They made videos, movies of him running, act like they doing a movie and things of that sort. That's when he started rapping, but they went to church faithfully every Sunday. He started rapping around that age, maybe 8, 9 years old. He was in a group called the $1 Billion Jits. They used to go to come together and perform, Dick's Wings and perform. So he was always into entertainment and rapping with his cousin Paul, his other cousin Ayana. And, of course, their dad used to manage them, Big Paul.
Okay. So how was it for him, though, like, you know, his childhood? Was he into sports? Was he reading books? You know what I'm saying? Did he like to go fishing? I know you said he liked to do church and stuff.
He played for Grand Park. He played football. He tried to play basketball in the 8th grade. Terrible. I mean, very terrible. I used to be so embarrassed.
No.
But I always went to all the Pop Warner football games when he played for Grand Park.
Okay. So, I seen on the interview that you said you took him to the studio.
Yeah.
So, what age did you know, like, all right, my son want to rap, and let me take him to the studio, like, because most moms wouldn't do that. Even if
I had made an ultimatum with him as he got older, like 14, 15 years old. Like, look, if you stay out of trouble, I invest in your career. I do whatever it needs to be done to help you with your rap career. I send him on a mega bus to Atlanta. I take him and his friends to Atlanta. We'll pass out CDs. I get the CDs made. I got his shirts made. I tried to do everything I could for him to focus on his rap career and to stay out of trouble. So there was a pact I made with him. He started doing the team party. So he started kind of like doing stuff on his own, managing his own little thing. He started doing the team parties and things of that sort in Jacksonville, Tallahassee. But yeah, I took him to the studio and I invested my hard CNA money into trying to help him get his career up and going.
But that's like, if you understand what that is, like for most kids, that's like, most people, mamas don't even support nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
His friends used to always tell me about that. They were like, I wish my mama,
For sure, like, just even you saying you showing up to the basketball games, to knowing that he wasn't good enough to do basketball, because like, most parents won't even know that their child either good or bad. They won't know until somebody come and tell them like, hey, your child actually good. Yeah. But you seen it for your own eyes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's dope. But okay, he started making music. And he started like, the rest of Florida, like we seen it. He was popping and he started making music, him and Soulja K. Like, did you know Soulja K? Do you know Soulja K? Okay.
Yeah, me and Soulja K, Dad, we were good friends. We actually worked to the same facility, a nursing facility, together. He was a housekeeping supervisor. At that time, I was a CNA. Tesman and Charles was friends. I think Tesman was in jail in a program or something like that. He used to write Charles or whatever. Of course, I used to be nosy to open up the letter and read it first. And he was like, bro, stay out of trouble, whatever. We're going to turn this music stuff up, da-da-da-da-da, and things of that sort. So when they got out, when Tesman got out, what was it? TDB and Soldier Life campaign. Yeah. So they got together and did those songs, Dirty Sticks, and it happened for a while.
And it was so crazy because like around that time, like when I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying, around that time, so we seeing these kids from Jacksonville going crazy, and we watching them like, wow, how are they doing this? You know what I'm saying? How are they making these moves and how are they doing that? And it was just so surprising because back then, because what people know Foolio for, it wasn't no dissing. It wasn't none of that back then, like when it was just straight music and them boys was actually dropping gas.
Yeah, and they actually, what we had here, it was hosted by Bigger Rankings. It was Duval something, Duval award show, and they end up winning, I think, Artist of the Year or New Upcoming Artist of the Year or whatever. But me and Terry, Taff, and Dad, both of us played a big part in their rap career at that time. Okay. We getting them, even though they was hard-headed, they were bad. But both of us played a big part in helping them with their rap career.
For sure. So when T.I. reached out to Foolio and all of them, like, you know, Soulja K and stuff, and they went to, like, you know, networking with them well in Atlanta, like, did he come up to you and be like, Mom, like, T.I. reached out to me, Grand Hustle?
Well, nothing ever went by me. He called me for everything. Anybody that know him, nothing goes past me. He's going to call me for everything. I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, he's going to reach out to me. Not only him, but Zay Cartier, Quality Control, Waka Flocka, Atlantic Records, Sony, Interscope. Everybody was reaching out to him, but everything always went through me.
Yeah, and this around the time like 2016, 17, before everything kind of popped off, like to where he got seen more in a bigger light. But this light that we talking about right now, like this was what was going on for real, because at that time we was looking at Kodak. You know, like Kodak was doing his thing 2015, 2016, but the next up and coming was like your son, for real. And he kind of made his wave. Like when I look at Foolio and I think about it, I'd be like, this man really had like 5 different careers. Like this career, because you know, like he can harmonize, he can melody, everything.
He's just very versatile.
Very versatile, everything, versatility. But whatever surprised you when he started making music? You know what I'm saying? Whatever surprised you? Like, did you ever think like that he can get that far with those type of people who reach out to him?
I actually did.
Okay.
I actually did, because I knew he was good. I used to look at some of his rap stuff, and some stuff he just talk about it. Now, only thing I'd be surprised about is if I listen to like one of his songs, I was like, what he said? Now, what made him say that? Oh, okay. I'm like, what would make him think to say something like that? His punchlines or whatever. But no, I always knew that he was. I just knew.
Okay.
I just knew because he was determined. He wasn't going to stop, quit. Of course, he gets frustrated like anybody. Start in entrepreneurship, any type of business, any type of goal, hobby, whatever they're trying to do to make it to that next level. But he never, and that even with my daughter, he never stopped. He never gave up. If he get frustrated, of course he gonna call me, vent to me, and I tell him this and that, and I let him go on and cool off for a minute, his 2-3 day cool off period, and he'll get back at it.
Okay. So Foolio, he was going to school and everything, like, and I know when he did an interview one time, he explained like how he got shot getting off the school bus one time.
Mm-hmm.
When you heard about that day, like, what did you think?
Heard about it. First of all, Charles do not catch school buses.
Okay.
He got in a fight, so they sent him to an alternative school, which is Grand Park, which is in the neighborhood that with guys he was beefing with.
Okay.
So he went to school. I'm parked outside the school, waiting on him to get to school. And I'm like, well, he ain't even came out yet. So I'm calling his phone. I don't care what it is. He gonna always answer the phone for me. He didn't answer the phone. So I called, I think I called Jarvis. I called Jarvis, his cousin Jarvis. I was like, hey, Charles ain't answering the phone. He was like, oh, well, let me call Rick. Or Rick is Vanessa Osama on Instagram. And he called, he was like, Auntie, they say Charles just got shot. I'm like, he just got shot? They're like, he just got shot getting off the school bus. So I just immediately went to Shan's hospital or whatever. He got shot in the hip. I asked him what happened, told him what happened, and I begged them not to send him to that school anyway because I knew what it was going to be because earlier today somebody got killed from that neighborhood at the bus stop. And of course, if you know Charles, he trolled, and that's what happened. And that's what happened to him. That's why he ended up getting shot.
Okay, but did you think, all right, let me take him out this school after that? Did he not go back to the school?
First of all, I begged them. I'm just a realist. I don't even like the lady who was over the alternative school at that time. Okay. I begged her not to see him. I was like, if you see him there, he gonna end up getting killed. So she like took it for a joke. And I'm thinking in my head, if she wanted the people something, she just want him to go there. I'm warning her, telling her what is going to happen. And she's not listening to me. And this happened on the first day of him going to that school. So then after that, I contacted the superintendent of the school or whatever. I'm like, after he had to go back to the school. And they didn't want him at the school then. So they're like, no, we don't want him at the school. Like I told y'all this from the beginning. If he don't go to school, it's going to be this truancy officer coming at me or whatever. And I'm trying to get him not to go to that school. So what is the other alternative? So they're like, we have an alternative school out on Beach Boulevard called AMI. I'm like, oh my God, that's a long way to ride. But okay, that's all we got beach. That's going to be good. I take him to AMI. As soon as we get in there, the first thing we get in there, I hear, hey, Foolio, that's Foolio. What's up? I'm like, oh my gosh. The people all the way out here know you because beach is all the way out to it's 35 minutes from here. I'm like, well, damn, we can't even get away from nobody with people knowing you. So, but he didn't get in no trouble out there at AMI, but everybody knew him out there at that school as well.
Okay. So he like you said, he was trolling, making, you know what I'm saying, I guess doing whatever he doing on the internet, you know, as kids do. And once he gets shot in the hip, it kind of like he started making more music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of hear I basically like the pain always been in his, you know what I'm saying, his voice, and you can always hear it. So when you kind of like knew he started putting those type of situations in his songs, was you telling him like don't rap about that type of stuff?
Yeah, I used to call him like, will you take that down, because at the end of the day, most of these kids' parents are my friends. 95% of the kids that beeping, they are my friends. So I was like, oh, child, please take that down. Mom, no, you ain't hear what they said about me. Sometimes he'll take it down, sometimes he won't. Sometimes he'll block me for a period of time. But Yeah, I used to always tell him to take it out. I call somebody else, because, you know, a kid ain't going to listen to their mom or whatever. I call somebody, hey, call Charles and tell him to take that mess off his page. That is crazy. But I always told him, hey, take that mess down. He's like, you didn't hear what they said, da-da-da-da. So, yeah, I never condoned. And I used to see what the other people said or whatever about him, his friends, even myself or whatever. And I like, these kids they going to do what they want to do. But I was the parent that I know I didn't condone it.
For sure. But how did you end up finding out that he was actually even beefing with people? You know what I'm saying? Was it
social
through
media?
Music? Okay.
Social media. I'm on all the social media pages.
That's what I'm saying, because you know, as parents, we don't know when our kid leaves out the door. You know what I'm saying? Until they come back home, or if they don't inform us, or somebody come tell us.
Like, for instance, like, sometimes I didn't know the slang back then. Okay. And I seen these boys standing in front of my house or whatever, because I always work. And so I seen these boys standing in front of my house. They're like standing on the ops block. So I'm like, the op block. So I went on Facebook. I was like, hey, what the op block? What that op mean? Yeah. So my friend Siobhan, we from the same neighborhood. She was like, oh, I'm going to ask my son. So she asked her son, man. And she was like, op mean the enemy. I'm like, oh, so the ops is standing in front of my house. And so I seen Charles, him and the boys, they're going back and forth or whatever. And that's when I really started paying attention and looking at these pages. And when I see him, I go to that page, go to that page, go to that person's page, and follow them to see what was going on.
Okay. And I got to ask you this. Are you a single mom at this time? Mm-hmm. Okay, so during this time, like, how hard was it, you know what I'm saying, trying to raise a young man, you know what I'm saying, a young boy into a man?
Well, Charles was, of course, he was hard-headed. He wanted to do what I put him in different alternative programs, like I told other people. I think I put him in, what is it called? Gateway Community, because I caught him and Tesman smoking marijuana around the corner, so I put him in Gateway. He was pissed off, and he made me feel bad. I was like, oh, the people just want to talk to you, but really they kept him. They were going to keep him for 30, 45 days. They're like, Ma, you tricked me. I can't believe you lied. And he made me feel so bad, and I got him in the Daniel Memorial. That's when he started growing his hair. He started putting these little rubber bands in his hair, and I hated it. So he was getting smart. I took him there. He broke out of there. So I was doing different type of interventions or whatever. But here in Jacksonville, you cannot get help unless they like really get in trouble. Like if they go to jail or whatever, they'll put him in the program. Mm-hmm. And so that wasn't the case with him, because he wasn't doing nothing, like he wasn't burglarizing nobody's car or nothing like that to be in front of a judge to go to these programs. So I had to do things on my own. And those are the things that I did. But I will say this, a lot of people like to judge and say it start from home. It doesn't start from home. In some instances it may, but I didn't condone it. I did whatever it was I could do to try to steer him away from all this stuff that was going on. Sure. And the person could only do so much. And
I know he said in a few songs, like his father passed away.
Yeah, his father passed away, and I think he was in like maybe the 8th grade. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you see like it affecting your child, like immediately? Like
it did.
Okay.
When his dad passed away, and when his grandmother passed away, which was his dad's mom, both of them passed away like back to back. So it most definitely did. And what happens is with these kids, they resort to certain things. They don't know how to, especially young guys, they don't know how to deal with hurt. They don't know how to grieve properly and things of that sort. So they deal with it in a different way. And so he did express himself in his songs. He always talked about his dad and his song, his grandmother, his song. Of course, he always mentioned me in his song, whatever. So he was fighting depression. He was, like, everybody around him was passing away.
And I know from just experience, like, how that is, like, from having everybody around you just passing away, you get what I'm saying? Because that can be hard on anybody, not just, males, but anybody, children, adults, dogs, cats. I know they be sad when they look, you feel me, people pass. But, did you have a favorite Foolio song?
I like Life Lessons.
Okay.
I like Rough Rider. I like Brighter Day. And I like Suicide Note. That'll be dropping on the mixtape.
Okay.
I like a lot of his songs, honestly.
Okay. But was it ever signs that he would, like, his story would be like this? You know what I'm saying? Was it ever signs to you like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard you say in one interview, like, you was always prepared for everything.
Yes, he got shot at like so many times.
Okay.
He got shot at like so many times. So, like I said, we all know we came here, we got to leave, but we don't know how we're going to leave. But he got shot so many times, so you have to prepare yourself for things like that. And every parent should. A lot of people don't want to discuss life insurance and trust policies and all that type of things of that sort. So it's very important because that day may come, whether your child may be tragically killed like mine or anything can happen, because there's a lot of kids, young kids or whatever now these days, young adults that are passing away, not only from gun violence, from drug overdoses, from health issues. Now I see it all the time. As parents, you don't want to think about burying your child or whatever, but you most definitely have to be prepared.
For sure.
And I most definitely was prepared.
For sure. So when Foolio first got his like first million views or like on YouTube and everything like that, did he come and tell you about it?
He called me 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
He called me 5 o'clock in the morning. He like, bro, mom, I got my first million. Because when he first started off, he had like 17,000. I got my first $1 million, and they gave him that blue check. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he called me. He was ecstatic.
Being that basically 1 million people or 1 million folks listening to his music, and then he just got all these numbers going crazy, you kind of get more notoriety too. Like people start knowing who you are. People start knowing who his friends is. People start asking who that person is, because we seen, all right, this person passed away. He's talking about this person. He's talking about this. So like when people start knowing who you actually were and everything like that, like I know it was an incident where you actually, end up getting shot. Can we speak on that? Okay, like how did you get shot?
And this is gonna be in my book, The Ultimate Betrayal. I was going to work. That's when he hit me up by his 1 million views. Hadn't hit 1 million. I was going to work, backing out my garage, waiting on my garage to go down. This is a shift I never ever worked or whatever, and these guys just shot my car up.
But did you ever have a feeling? Because some people say before they get shot, like they have a feeling like something's gonna.
No.
Just
I had just got back in town. I was out for the weekend, out of town. Just got back out of town, so no, not at all.
So what do you do next though? Like, okay, you shot. You end up at the hospital and everything. What do you do next?
What do you mean?
Like basically, like you personally, like where your mind at now? Like your son making music. That's the kind of music he making, and then you just got shot. Now
he called me. He called me or whatever. I told him how many times I got shot. Everybody called me. Like I say, his dad passed away. His people in jail was calling me. People was calling me from the outside of the jail, the prisons, the inside. Of course, everybody's upset because Sandrika's got shot. She don't do anything to nobody. She's a nurse. Everybody was mad. People at this time, I don't really know who to trust because, like I said, that the people that he's beefing with, me and their parents are friends. Later on down the line, I speak about this in the book, and I'm not going to touch too much on it or whatever. You can't trust everybody, even people that are close to you. Even that's why I love that song. As favorite song too. Trust nobody. My son's Project Young in that open verse. You got to keep that back door closed. You can't trust people. People do anything for $1. I'm just thankful and grateful that I'm still here. I was shot 8 times. Had a plaque, I was dead. Bullets still in my body right now to this day. I had to learn to walk again. I even called some of the people that I thought was okay with me because their people names was ringing. I was telling them to be careful. And then next thing I seen on Facebook, I smiled in the mud, shot by my son. I was like, okay, it's a wrap. I did what I was supposed to do as a woman, as an adult. I'm trying to say it's a wrap. So My son was like, you be trying to spill these people out. They don't care nothing about you. I said, yeah, you are
That's
absolutely
the same
right.
crap I used to tell my mama. Like,
You are absolutely right. They don't. I'm
They don't.
trying to save somebody else because these people tried to kill me. So I'm trying to save you. And you telling me, because at the end of the day, I ain't smiling in no mugshot about my son. I'm not finna get in. I'm not into that type of stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So to say something like that, I just feel like you didn't have any empathy, anything. So it is what it is.
For sure. So like after that incident, like, do you move out of Jacksonville? Do you leave? Like, do you tell him to leave?
I moved. He wasn't staying in Jacksonville. Okay. He was staying in Atlanta.
Okay.
He wasn't staying in Jacksonville. That's why they came to my house and did at the meeting. He wasn't staying in Jacksonville. Of course I moved. This was a house that I was purchasing or whatever, and I had to move. So yeah, I did move.
Okay. Did Foolio ever have any other dreams other than rap that he ever, you know what I'm saying, to talk about to you?
The only thing other thing he like is playing that game. That game, and
2K?
He gonna be she told me he was gonna be a streamer, and I seen him talking to what is it? T Grizzly. I see him. No, my nose, but I got his page. I'm all in messages. He messaging T Grizzly. He like, I'm gonna be a streamer. He went and got all this stuff or whatever. So brand new at my house or whatever. So he was like, he want to stream. But he loved that game.
Okay. I mean, being that you know that you Foolio mama, and sometimes you don't know who these people is, and you won't know who, like, if somebody's looking at you sideways and stuff like that. Do you feel like now, do you still like gotta watch your back?
Even after I got shot, I don't know what it is. I don't be paranoid. I don't.
Okay.
People come up to me all the time when we go out to eat and stuff. They do. The kids come up to me. These older people, it be a trip because like a grandmama them came to me. I'm like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, Cedric. I'm like, yeah. Oh, baby, we know you. We from Georgia, and we see. So many people love Foolio.
Yeah.
They love Foolio. Even I gamble. I was gambling one day, and the old lady, she was like, I just want you to know that your son, he doing good, and they was dead wrong for doing him like that, and God gonna punish them. I'm like, what your behind doing listening to Foolio?
Nah, but I'm telling you, he had 5 different careers.
Oh my God, I'm like, what you doing listening to him?
He had different careers where the like I told you, he had a whole wave where it was just him and Soulja K. Then he had a whole wave by himself. Then he had a whole melodic wave, a whole singing wave. Then the rest of the stuff came later.
When I be out, I don't. I don't be paranoid.
Okay.
I be cautious like with anything else. But whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Look, somebody came to my house. I'm prepared now or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. Do you, like, a lot of people will want to know, like, do you think he kind of cared about the fame or the rap for real?
He loved rap. Okay. He loved rap. About the fame, I don't think he really cared about it because he didn't realize how big he was. Even with some of the videos I got and people asking for his autographs and stuff like that, he was like, I'm like, yeah, boy, you kind of famous or whatever. But he didn't care nothing about the fame. He's a regular degler or whatever. But he did love rap, but he started losing his drive for rap when things just started happening. And I know, like, one time people was inboxing me who knew me and was like, hey, wait, Foolio, he hadn't been on here in 2 months. What's going on? He was going through this period of time where he was depressed, but they didn't know either his page had got restricted or something like that. He couldn't go back on there because I'm like, hey, why aren't you posting? I got a distribution company calling me. Hey, Sandy, can you do this with that? He's like, Mom, do you see this right here on my page for sure? I'm like, okay, why didn't you just say that? So it came to a point when he was losing his drive for music, but then he came back and started picking it back up.
But he always had a work ethic. Like, his work ethic is crazy because, like, even speaking on his catalog, it's like he's always been dropping. He's always dropped tapes. He's always done these things, and he's always, like I told you, he's in Central Florida all the time, doing everything on his own and going to these studio sessions, doing videos and meeting people down there, like with our cameramans and everything. So like, I feel like he always has that business ethic. And then like you said, you've been doing business for so long, so I kind of see where he get his business from.
Yeah, and by mentioning catalogs or whatever, he got a lot of catalogs, and he was very surprised when a couple of people reached out to him, and of course he gonna send me contract trying to purchase catalogs or whatever. They're like, "Ma, you think I should do?" I'm like, "They don't want nothing but a 10-song catalog. We could probably do that. Let me see what it says though. Let me read over this or whatever and see what it is first. You don't just want to sign nothing without fully reading it."
For sure. So Foolio he ended up, like you say, he got shot a few times. There's one particular time though it kind of like shocked a lot of us, like the foot incident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that was like.
Yeah,
how did you look at that and what?
I thought he was lying. He called me. It was like 6:30. I was getting off work. I'm working at the hospital. I got off work like 6:45, 7 o'clock, and he called me like, "Mom," I'm thinking he calling me to ask me to do something. Mom, I just got shot. I'm like, "Boy, stop lying. I just got shot." I'm like, "You lying?" So he FaceTimed me and he showed me the foot. I'm like, "Oh my God." So he going to the hospital. I'm all the way in Gainesville. So I'm like, "Hey, so y'all got to get this. Somebody got to count out with me." And that's why I go to show jobs don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. Nobody didn't want to take the keys, didn't want to do anything or whatever. So I called my charge nurse. She hadn't left. I'm like, "Hey, you got to come back upstairs. My son just got shot. They know him there or whatever." And she took my stuff from me or whatever. And I went on out there. I seen the car parked out in front of the hospital with all those bullets, riddled with bullets or whatever. And that was bad. I didn't want to tell him. And I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. But I didn't even want to look at it. It was horrible. I didn't want to tell him that. I'm like, darn, they may have to amputate his foot. That's going to be it. He ain't finna do nothing no more because it looked just that bad. But that podiatrist, that surgeon, they did their thing or whatever, and it healed greatly.
Yeah, like it definitely did.
It was
because
bad.
when that's what I'm saying. We seen that picture online,
it
just floating. It was horrible. And the thing is, like, not even to say that about it being horrible. Like, we kind of knew who Foolio was that day because he went on there and kind of explain, like, I'm legal. Mm-hmm. I was able to do me back. Like, it wasn't just no, you finna just, because I guess. That was the day I guess he shot back at somebody and they shot at him.
That's another incident. Yeah, that's another. The foot happened.
I thought that was at the studio.
9-10 months. No, that happened 9-10 months. Before he just got killed. That when he was shooting back and forth at the studio, that happened a year prior to that. So yeah, when he was shooting back and forth at them or whatever, he had to stay there because he do hold a gun license or whatever. So yeah, that was a whole separate incident.
And that's crazy. And people didn't know that though, like that he, was licensed and everything like that
just
because
assumed that he a convicted felon.
Like this was the post. Like we thought, well, not me, but the internet thought he was a convicted felon. He been getting in trouble because the things he rap about. That go back to judging the book by its cover. You don't know what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, so he did hold his gun license.
Okay. Did you tell him to get his gun license? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a mama move. For sure. That's a mama move. Okay. So fast forward, he's in Tampa and he's doing, I guess it's his birthday party and everything like that. I guess he's posting whatever the case may be. And he go out that night and friends, I don't know who he bring. I know he's down there with people down there like from Tampa though, like promoters. It don't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just down there and everybody wake up in the morning and we see all over the news, Foolio got shot. We so used to, like you said, we just named a few incidents. We just so used to, all right, Foolio shot, he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So when we seen that, that's what we thought. You know what I'm saying? Or he gonna shake back, whatever the case may be. But when you got that call and they said Foolio, you know what I'm saying, and got shot down here in Tampa, what was your reaction and what was your thoughts and your process and who called you?
Well, that weekend, I was up the whole weekend anyway, because I'm the one who booked the Airbnbs, 2 separate Airbnbs. So I just happened to doze off that Sunday and I got back up. I looked on Instagram. I seen he was still alive, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, everything good. I'm ready for this junk to be over with. His sister graduated with her master's degree that following week or whatever. So I'm waiting for that to be over with. And then I think maybe 3-something in the morning, I think maybe Lil Robert or J Dot called me and was like, hey, Ma, they that somebody was shooting at them or something like that. I'm like, I'm still in now. Like, okay. I say, where they at? They're like, they took them to different hospitals. I'm like, okay, so I'm finna get ready to go to the Tampa. And then I was like, they're like, but Foolio car still right there, dang. And I'm like, somebody must be dead. But I ain't thinking it's him because he done got shot so many times. I'm like, but they say everybody was rushed to all these different hospitals. So I'm like, okay, let me go or whatever. So as I'm going to, we biking out finna go to Tampa, a friend of mine called me because his son was shot too or whatever. He was like, Century, he didn't make it. And I just lost it. I lost it. So we rode to Tampa. It seemed like it took like 10 hours to get there. It ain't nothing like 3 hours to get there. And I just seen ATF, FBI, everybody there. And I'm like, it still didn't click. It still wasn't believable until I was able to see him or whatever, which they wouldn't let me see him or whatever. But when I talked to them, it's still unbelievable, like to this day, that he is gone.
For sure. It's definitely unbelievable for like a lot of the fans. I know it's very unbelievable for you as well. And definitely send my condolences to you. But when you hear about that this didn't happen in Tampa and not kind of in this territory, like or you know what I'm saying, around familiar spaces, you know what I'm saying, familiar spaces, what did you think? Like, did you think like somebody from Tampa was trying to?
No. Okay. I never thought nobody from Tampa did it.
Okay.
Never. He loves Tampa. Tampa love him.
Yeah.
And kids they talk so much on social media. First of all, when I got there, they already knew who did it.
That's crazy.
They already knew who did it. Shout out to Tampa PD, the FBI, and all them who was there, ATF, and those tide readers, and they already knew who did it a couple of hours into the investigation.
Jeez, that's crazy.
So I was just waiting on when y'all finna go pick these motherfuckers up. Alright, so, and then they start picking them up on unrelated charges. I'm like, I'm looking at stuff on social media, people telling me stuff, and then I got a call. They're like, they ain't get them yet. They supposed to get them. I'm like, no, nobody ain't called me. Nobody ain't called me. So I want to believe, but I don't want to. Nobody ain't called me. The detective ain't called me. So it was 8:00 that morning. A detective called me. The lead detective called me and say, hey, can you come to Tampa for a press conference? We got them. And that was one of the best days of my life. And then the head state attorney over there called me as well. They asked me, did I need an escort, or whatever. And I headed over there to Tampa. So when y'all seen that video of that shooting, that was my first time seeing it.
That day?
Right then. That was my first time seeing it when everybody else saw it.
Oh, cause you know, like they supposed to pull you to the side first and show you kind of like, that's what I'm thinking.
That was my first time seeing it. Jacksonville sheriff, he was there, TK or whatever, and of course the Tampa lady, she was there, state attorney who's processing, who's gonna be prosecuting them. And the detectives, I'm glad they worked swiftly on it or whatever, because they got them like.
Yeah, and me being from that area, like the Tampa Bay area, I knew everybody was gonna get caught. Like, there's no way, cause I'm gonna just tell you the diaphragm of where you at, just on that street. It's U.S. stuff. Like, you seen that college. That big old college, but that's a whole university right there. I don't know if it was nighttime or what happened, but that's a whole university. I know they not finna play as $1 million hospitals on that same road. Like, Tampa ain't finna play. So I already knew, like, whatever the case may be, everybody was definitely gonna get caught. And then when you kind of like seeing that the kids wasn't even like your son's age and there's girls involved and all these other different people that's involved and stuff like that, just people that just like, it take all of them, you know what I'm saying, to kill one person. But like, when you look at stories like a FBG Duck, you know what I'm saying, like, you know about him? FBG Duck, And it's kind of similar, but not similar, but kind of similar in the same fashion where it took a lot of people. Well, you know what I'm saying? People got to go to court and see all these different factions. Well, people just think about when one person's life, they take one person's life, you ain't even looking at like everybody's life get affected from that. All y'all family, my family, everybody. So when people kind of make those mistakes, do those type of things, and I just be like, man, it's crazy. This world is crazy.
It is. Want everybody to stay tuned. August the 18th for Alicia Andrews' trial. She'll be going to trial.
Okay.
That's the young lady, August the 18th.
Okay. Is all of their trials in August?
No, she what is it called when she didn't wait for a speedy trial?
She didn't waive it. She basically just Okay.
So
Okay. I got you. So fast forward, like you had a funeral. Is the funeral private? Not a private funeral?
It wasn't private.
Why not?
It wasn't private. Why would it be?
I mean, I don't know. You know.
He would want it to be private.
You're right. I was just finna say that too.
Just because we didn't announce, I ain't announced it all over social media, whatever, but okay. Yeah, it wasn't private.
Okay.
It was open to the public. The viewing was open to the public. It wasn't a closed casket. The funeral, the gravesite, everything was. It wasn't private. It was public.
Okay. So how many songs do Foolio got left in his vault?
It's too many to name.
Too many?
It's a lot.
Like probably like over 50, over 100?
Probably like 300.
Wow. That's like you know, I don't know if you know like how big that is for just like a person, you know, just like a rapper to even have 300 songs that, you know what I'm saying, left over, because a lot of these rappers they really record and put it out. Or if it's trash, they just delete them and do whatever.
One of the producers, he used to stay here. He stay in Tallahassee now. He came down here. He helped me with the To Whom It May Concern mixtape. He got a lot of songs. So I got songs on his MacBook. I got songs over there. I got songs over here. I got songs everywhere. Okay. So I was telling individuals, fans, they'll write me and like, can you drop this? I'm not dropping everything at one time. So like I told them, what you don't see on this mixtape is just a mixtape. It may be on the album. To Whom It May Concern mixtape is already in order. But I'm doing visuals to it, and people that ask me why did I name it To Whom It May Concern. To Whom It May Concern, it may be to you. It may be to you. It may be to you. His ex-girlfriend, this person, that person, to whom it may concern. So it's a versatile mixtape. The beginning of it, I'm giving y'all what y'all want. I know what the fans like, that drill. And at the end, the closing, one of my favorite songs, closing, is Suicide Note or whatever. So it's more versatile. It's a little pain in there. It's a little drill in there, so I just try to make it a little versatile on this To Whom It May Concern mixtape.
You could have kind of steered away from everything, like this music and pushing his music and everything, because some people would be like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting involved in nothing. But what kind of make you want to, you know what I'm saying, keep his legacy going and keep on pushing it? And what do you kind of want his legacy to ultimately be?
Well, y'all heard his interview when he say, the guy asked what would happen if you pass away their music. He say, my team know what to do. I'm his team. And I know he would want me to keep putting out his music. I don't put out some music I can, but some type of music I won't put out. But that's what he want. He don't want me to just keep it and hold on to it. So I'm his team. So of course I'm going to keep it going. It done been a year. And it's other artists that done passed away. Of course, you don't hear nothing. It's nothing.
That's what I meant by the vault,
like that. So I mean, they not posting on the pages and they not keeping things going or whatever. So I think I did good for this past year. I dropped Demigod, that Trust Nobody. I did that Voodoo remix with Jite Boy. I got that together and did that. This music thing it's hard. And a lot of people want to be a rapper and stuff, but it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I was gonna say, like, that song, the Voodoo remix, like, you see how much traction and all the different stuff that people was just talking about on the internet.
And what happened was lot of people like, oh, she did that because of Jack Boy. No. I had the distribution company contact me, say, hey, this is what's going on. We want to market it, da-da-da-da, may do a remix. I'm like, darn, who can I do a remix with? So I'm calling people that I talk to on the phone. Who could I could do? It got to be somebody good. And then I heard Jack Boy put a little snippet with Charles and say his name in his song. So I'm like, I'm going to ask Jack Boy. So I messaged him. I was in Hip Hop Chicken. I said, I'm going to message him on Messenger. I'm going to see if he going to write me back. So I messaged him and he hit me back up and I told him what I wanted to do. And he told me, yeah, I sent the open verse. He sent it back within 2 weeks. And he told me he wanted to shoot a video. And I was like, really? I was happy. So I was like, okay, you can shoot your part there like I did with Project Youngin. Project Youngin shot his part. We shot our part and we put it together. He's like, no, I'm coming to Duval. I'm like, okay, that's a bet. So and we did it so quick. But I want to shout out Jack Boy for that, for doing that for me as well. Off love.
That's good. Is it any other, you know what I'm saying, like big rappers that do kind of reach out to you and, you know, like, you know, basically send flowers, give condolences?
I actually reach out to people. Like I reached out to, I think it's Wolfpipe. When I was doing Demigod. And I asked him, can he repost it? They big or whatever. I seen Charles with them with Key Glock or whatever. I love Key Glock. So he was like, sure, if you need anything, just let me know. And they reposted it or whatever. It's a lot of people I reached out to who repost stuff or whatever, respond to me. And there's a lot of people that don't, that I see he was connecting with, that don't. And that's fine as well. You know, I don't care anything about that. I just focus on the people who do respond back to me. But I'm trying to get a video with a certain artist. I ain't gonna say his name, but they got a song together and I hope he respond back. Just do me a little snippet, little version so I could put it together, whatever, for that song is hot that I found.
But I definitely appreciate, you know what I'm saying, for sitting down with us today at We Are Florida, because this is a big one, you know what I'm saying, for the whole Florida. Like I was telling you, we love Foolio in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Not just saying like we love him, like we love him for real. Like we grew up on this man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely appreciate you. And let them know where they can follow you and everything.
So y'all can follow me on my personal Instagram at Sandricus1, my Facebook, Sandricus Mays, my TikTok, Sandricus the Nurse, and my label, E6PN_ the label on Instagram.
For sure, man. We tapping in and tapping out. We Are Florida Podcast. Let's ride.